everyone, welcome to this new video of my channel, The Mental Traveler. I'm Herrera, and today I'm going to do my first book tag ever. I was kindly tagged by the awesome Peter Clarke from PeterClarkTheWriter. A link to his channel can be found in the description box below. Go check out his videos because he's amazingly talented and funny. And well, Peter tagged me in the TMI Tag, which stands for Teenage Mutant Teenagers. There are 50 questions, but please bear with me. Whose clothes styles from a book character do you like? Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind, because she can even make a beautiful dress out of a pair of old curtains and she looks awesome in it and she knows so well what looks best on her. Your fictional book crush. Rhett Butler is my favorite because he's my favorite male character. Anakin Skywalker, Severus Snape. Ever loved a character but then started hating them? Yes. Rolf the Bricosaur from The Thornbirds by Colleen McCullough. When I was about 16, I loved him because I thought it was really cool how a Catholic priest couldn't help but fall deeply in love with this woman. But now I think that he was really selfish and cared more for his ambition than for her. So yeah, maybe I don't hate him, but I really don't like him the way I used to before. Longest book on your shelf. I would have to say that it's Gone with the Wind because it has 1,500 pages. Do you have any book posters? No, but I have movie posters from Gone with the Wind and Titanic, book-themed jewelry. I do not, but I do have 2 Gone with the Wind keychains and a beautiful Gone with the Wind mirror. Book OTP, One True Pairing. Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler from Gone with the Wind. Anakin and Padme from Star Wars. Ashton and Anjuli from The Four Pavilions. Favorite book series. Oh, I can't choose. Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, A Song of Ice and Fire. Favorite book to movie soundtracks. Out of Africa. Phantom of the Opera.
In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came.
A book's story you miss/wish would continue. I hope that George R.R. Martin finishes the last 2 books of A Song of Ice and Fire soon. Favorite standalones. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte and The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle. When do you read books? Whenever I can. I even read when I am waiting at a stop sign in the car. When I am eating, I read all the time. So anywhere really. Which house are you in? I got Ravenclaw when I did a Pottermore sorting hat test. Quality you look for in a book. Strong female leads. The romance story really captures me. Favorite book quotes. God help the man whoever really loves you by Rhett Butler from Gone with the Wind. I could keep you safe. They're all afraid of me. No one would ever hurt you again, right? Kill them by Sander Clegane from A Song of Ice and Fire. The best thing for being sad, replied Merlin, beginning to puff and blow, is to learn something. By the wizard Merlin from The Once and Future King. I had a farm in Africa at the foot of the Ngong Hills. I had a farm in Africa. By Karen Blixen from Out of Africa. The dark is generous, and it is patient, and it always wins. But in the heart of its strength lies its weakness. One long candle is enough to hold it back. Love is more than a candle. Love can ignite the stars. By Matthew Stover from the Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith novelization. They rode out together from the shadows of the trees, leaving the Bala Hisar and the glowing torch of the burning residency behind them, and spurred away across the flatlands towards the mountains. And it may even be that they found their kingdom. From the Four Pavilions, Not All Those Who Wander Are Lost by J.R.R. Tolkien from The Fellowship of the Ring. And by the same book, I don't know half of you have as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you have as well as you deserve. Favorite author? Margaret Mitchell, author of Gone with the Wind. She's my role model. She was a fellow journalist. Favorite book cover? Original works of Tolkien for his books. The Four Pavilions because it describes the title perfectly. Action or romance? I'm a helpless romantic and will remain so till the end of my days. Where do you go when a sad moment happens? To my bedroom. I love being there. Reading, watching movies or TV series, listening to music. That's where you can find me when I am sad or can't cope with real life, or just when I want to relax. How long do you need to finish a book? Not that much actually, since I read all the time. How long is your mourning period? I guess about a week, if it really fascinated me. Sometimes when I finish a book, I will reread it all over again at once, but I can also spend days thinking about it. Least favorite book. Some books that I've read have bored me, for example, Gone Girl. Turn on in a character. If it's a female character, I love it when she isn't scared to speak her own mind, and yet even though she's a strong lead, she has to be vulnerable as well. And in a male character, that his love for a woman is the most important thing in his life, and he isn't afraid to tell the world about it. Turn off in a character. If it's a female character, I don't like it when they're pining over a man who won't pay any attention to them. And if it's a male character, I don't like them to fool around with women. Reason I joined BookTube. It's been my personal experience that the books that I enjoy reading are not well known among my friends and acquaintances or family. So I decided to become a booktuber to reach out to those people in the world who do love the same novels that I love, or movies or TV series, and we can have some really interesting and insightful discussions about them. Name a scary book. Dracula by Bram Stoker. I don't find it scary now, but when I first read it back when I was like 11, and that sort of scary feeling from back then still haunts me at times. Last book that made me cry. The Far Pavilions by MMK. Last book you gave a 5 stars rating. The Far Pavilions by MMK. Any favorite book titles? The Far Pavilions, Gone with the Wind, Far from the Madding Crowd, The Age of Innocence, Great Gatsby, Bid Time Return, Wuthering Heights. Last book you read. The Far Pavilions by MMK. Book you're currently reading. Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray. Last book adaptation you watched. Indecent Proposal, based on the book by Jack Engelhard. A book character you've always wanted to talk to. Solmes Forsyth from the Forsyth Saga. An author you always wanted to talk to. J.R.R. Tolkien. I can't even begin to imagine all the stories that he would have to share about fantasy, history, World War I, Oxford, his fellow author friends, the inspirations behind his works, favorite books next, 7 Up. Book world you want to live in. I would love to live in the Camelot from The Once and Future King by T.H. White. I love the Arthurian legend, but this take on it in particular. Last world you want to live in. I most definitely don't want to end up in either of the levels of hell that Dante describes in the Divine Comedy. Last time you smelled a book. Well, I am currently reading Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray, and my copy is so old that it's falling apart. I love old books and they smell wonderful, and I do tend to smell it in between reads, even though that sounds weird. Weird insults from a book. Great Balls of Fire from Gone with the Wind. Favorite romance book. Gone with the Wind. It's my favorite novel, and the characters are my favorite characters ever, and their love story is just epic and beautiful and a testament of true love. Do you write? Yes, I've been writing since I was 14, and I write both original works and fanfiction. And I am a journalist, so I write professionally as well. Favorite magical item? I would go for this ship called the Basset that appears in The Voyage of the Basset by James C. Christensen. I have not yet read the book, but it has an adaptation called The Voyage of the Unicorn. I guess that I would choose this ship because the best dream that I've ever had took place in the land from The Voyage of the Unicorn. So I would love to have this ship take me there once again. Your Quidditch position. I would be the cheerleader. I do not play sports in this world or in the wizarding world, but I would still go to all the games and cheer my house. Name a song you connect to a book. I connect Say Something by A Great Big World and Christina Aguilera to the novelization of Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith by Matthew Stover. I even made a fan video of it because I just couldn't get the song out of my head, and the lyrics matched so well what was going on between Padme Amidala and Anakin Skywalker in this movie, and it's so beautiful and tragic, and it's like Padme was telling those words to her husband as he falls deeper and deeper into the dark side. Favorite book related shut up line. I guess it would have to be, so what's your favorite book? Have you ever used it? I have. I think it's great because the answer usually tells you a great deal about that person, and then when they try to explain why that's their favorite book, it can lead up to some pretty interesting discussion. Favorite book fandom. The Sansa fandom. Sansa stands for Sansa Stark and Sandor Clegane, that are characters from the A Song of Ice and Fire universe or Game of Thrones, and we totally ship them together. The reasons for that are for another video. This may be my favorite fandom because it's the only one where I've been active, but I've been in it for 5 years now, and the people there are really lovely, and I've made some great friends. The ladies over there are really great and supportive and welcoming. How many books do you own? I own 232 books. Who do you tag? Positive Writer, Bibi from Reading Wanderlust, Emily Lowrey, April Sarah, and BookGeekMovieFreak. The links to their channels are in the description box below, along with the questions that I've just answered that compose the TMI tag or Teenage Mutant Iguanas. I hope you all enjoyed learning a little bit more about me. I hope I did this sort of video all right, but please tell me what you thought of it or share your answers to some of these questions with me. I encourage you to do it because it's a really great exercise and it really makes you think, and I had good fun doing it. Thank you to Peter from PeterClarkTheWriter for tagging me, and thank you for watching the video. I'm Carolera, the Mental Traveler, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye!